You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Good day, sir. How are you?
Not too shabby. Who's like super cool that was born this day?
A lot of people, probably.
Let's take a look. I think he is the only surviving member of the Bee Gees. Barry Gibb, is that right? Have the rest passed on?
I have no idea.
Bee Gees, I think so.
You think I'm a Bee Gees historian or what?
I don't know. So yeah, he's still staying alive. Barry Gibb is 74 today.
I'm glad he's staying alive.
Yeah, he's a really good-looking Gibb.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's a good-looking Gib.
He's a good-looking Gibster. Let's see, Gloria Estefan, who made her bones fronting the Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, and I actually may be the only person I know in my life that saw the Miami Sound Machine.
I've not seen them. I would
Nor have
like
I.
to, but I have not seen them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had just become a big thing, and they played a night at a place called the Carlton Celebrity Room, which was in the Twin Cities, which is now defunct. Saw them there. Gloria is 63 today.
Oh, nice.
And everybody's favorite TV head doctor, Dr. Phil McGraw.
I like Dr. Phil.
He is
He's
70.
so funny.
You know, old Dr. Phil's done okay for himself.
Oh, he's done very well for himself.
Started out kind of doing guest stuff on Oprah, then she set him up for his own show, et cetera, et cetera. He's
That's right. He was on Oprah, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. And,
I remember that.
She backed his play and got his own gig going. He actually does have a doctorate in clinical psychiatry because a lot of people go, well, he's not really a doctor. Yeah, he really is.
He is a doctor.
Okay.
I believe he has given up that license, though, over the years due to something or another. Anyway. Well, he's been sued more than once.
Has he really?
Oh, people are crazy. They just are.
Oh.
But to Dr. Phil these days, of course, he's done a huge series of books and, of course, speaking engagements. He's got a net worth of about $500 million bones.
Whoa.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
We're in the wrong line of work.
I should be a fake doctor.
We should all become doctors.
I am, in case you don't know, if you're a long-time listener, no-time caller, I am a life coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I decided it just can't be that hard.
And he's also my accountability buddy for my job.
That is true. So I guess we can say
Kind of gone off the rails.
I fail on everything I take a run at. But if you'd like some life coaching, I just tell you stuff, and it's like $100. So
There you go. It's not a bad deal.
You can give me a call. We'll set that up. Let me see. This was a huge day. 1939, World War II fires up when Germany invades Poland, attacking the free city of Danzig. That's how it all started.
Huh.
Okay.
That's how it all started. I have Polish heritage, so I'm still a little cranky about that whole thing. So flash ahead just 6 years, 1945. This happens to be VJ Day. Yay, formal surrender of Japan aboard the USS Missouri, and that would mark the official end of World War II.
Huh.
So yeah, an entire world war for the United States of America took about 6 years.
Yeah.
And now we get stuck for 20 years in just insanity other places in the world, which is kind of weird. Well, it's because politicians took over.
I know.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Over skirmishes. And let's see, what else? A little slice of Americana. This day, 1752, the Liberty Bell arrives in Philadelphia. You know, we got that from a foundry in London, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
And that bad boy would crack on its very first test ring.
Huh.
Oh, that's right.
It was then melted down. It was recast. And then cracked again in 1835.
It was meant to be cracked.
Yeah, and the powers that be just went, how about we just don't ring it anymore?
Get some charm
How
to
about we just don't ring it?
But I think it's become far more iconic, though, because of that crack.
Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome.
Do you guys remember a few years back for like April Fool's Day, Taco Bell had put out a press release saying they bought the Liberty Bell and people freaked out about it?
Oh, because that's part of their logo.
Oh, yeah, because it's the bell, but it's not Liberty Bell. It's the Taco Bell.
Yeah, people buy anything.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well,
Interesting.
Dan, thanks for
All
that.
right, fantastic.
Absolutely. I know now. You know now. Everybody knows. And gosh, aren't we better for it? I think so. Let's just forge ahead and see what happens.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Heck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
And a snappy little salute from the brim of the Ranger Dan cap to you two crazy little snugglebug lovebirds. Oh, Wayne, you're looking good. Heidi!
Ranger Dan.
You know, when you think about it, our time together is a lot like a nap. It just doesn't last long enough. Hey, little Radio Rangers and moms and dads, if you got a little Radio Ranger dialing in, this is important stuff. It's one of those episodes where we do have to take care of a little business because things are piling up left and right here. Well, Ranger Dan Enterprises has had literally hundreds, if not dozens, or closer to 3 or 4 inquiries as to whether or not we're doing the 2nd annual Ranger Dan Child Labor Day Weekend Camp. Well, as you recall, if one of your little Rangers was involved in camp last year, it was a huge, rousing success.
Yes, it
Little
was.
Radio Rangers.
Still get letters from attorneys over that.
We sure do. John manufactured enough Ranger Dan merchandise to keep Ranger Dan Enterprises well stocked and, quite frankly, in the black right through the second quarter of 2020.
Nice.
Now, besides a few minor injuries last year, mostly from our hastily erected electric fence, and of course, we did have a couple of runners. Those Lindquist twins are slippery little tykes. I hope they're doing well wherever the heck they ended up. Due to the Chinese virus, or, be politically correct, the virus from China, we've had to adhere to some little different setup this year for the camp, social distancing, for instance. And, of course, there's capacity things to consider as well over at Leif Erikson. So we can only take half the number of little Rangers we had last year.
Oh, wow.
And with that in mind, the registration fee is going to be up just a bit.
Okay.
Last year's registration, of course, was $29.95.
Yeah.
This
Half
year
as many
it's
kids.
just going to be $69.95. So, not quite double. Also, to make production goals, we're cutting bunk time from 6 hours a night to just a 30-minute afternoon nap. Because you know, like I know, kids love nap time.
They do. Especially when they're exhausted.
Now, that'll be taking place at Leif Erikson Day Camp from midnight this Friday until sometime at Monday, whenever you want to travel by and pick the little dykes up. All you got to do to register, go to the Ranger Dan website and click on the Nike logo. Get your little one all signed up for the Ranger Dan Child Labor Day Weekend Camp. Erickson, 229 off 26th Street. That's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers. Remember, Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a little water cooler talk with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by Lukewarm Tap Water.
Tap water.
What do you have for us today, Dan?
This is kind of interesting. I think you guys alluded to earlier this morning that I'm your accountability buddy when it comes to you guys staying healthy and in shape, and tripped across this little story about South Dakotans. What's their favorite workout?
Okay.
Because I've noticed over the years, I was a gym rat years ago, and I liked playing sports and stuff like that, and it just seemed to me a year wouldn't go by where there wasn't a new fad.
Right.
Yeah.
There wasn't a new kind of workout, and this is it. It's the ultimate, and have a cool name.
Right.
And you'd have to wear different clothes and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I've never actually heard of this one, but apparently South Dakotans do have a very specific workout. You'd think, well, you see the trails around here, you think, well, maybe
Right.
it's biking.
Walking or
maybe it's
biking.
running.
Right.
Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. And actually, it's really none of those. Apparently, it's a little thing. It's referred to as P90X.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There it
yeah,
is.
I've heard of that.
You have, because
I've heard
I
of
have
it.
not.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's a
it was
workout video
See,
series.
when I first learned of it, I thought it was a dessert. So I was like, that sounds delicious. But then I
P90X. It sounds like some kind of video game console to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But their exercises, they focus on, well, apparently just about everything, on strength, cardio, yoga, plyometrics, whatever the heck those are, and stretching. Stretching should be, by the way, a part of every single workout.
Absolutely.
Right.
No mistake. And let's see some other places around the region. Do you know what a Basu ball is?
I don't.
BOSU? Apparently across the border in Minnesota, Basu ball workouts are the big thing. I don't even know what that is.
You think you probably take a pill for that, though, if you have basketball.
Iowa apparently likes to beef up. They like lifting workouts in Iowa.
Okay.
In Wisconsin, the Jillian Michaels workout.
Okay.
She's adorable.
Oh, I used to crush
Dan's
on
got a
her
crush.
Until I found out
What'd you find out?
nothing.
I know what I found out.
She doesn't like Dan's.
I didn't know that.
She likes Danielle.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
So another dream crushed. What are you going to do? Who doesn't want to be me? Am I right?
Sorry, Dan.
So there you go. Or you can do the old Dan Farris workout. I put it together, about 40 years ago. Eat less, move around more.
There you go.
It worked for you. Look at
Ta-da, ta-da.
you. Good gust of wind. You'd be blown away.
Get healthy, man. It's worth it.
All right. Well, thank you for that update, sir.
It's the least I can do, John.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. And we're going to turn our attention today to a book that just recently came out. We've got the author on the line with us right now. The book is called Start Where You Are. The author is Rashawn Copeland. And Rashawn, you used to live in Sioux Falls, is that right?
Yes, I miss it. I totally miss Sioux Falls. It was one of the most fantastic places I've ever been besides the winter time.
And when you lived in Sioux Falls, you were saying you worked with Embrace Church?
Yes, with Adam Weber. I love the staff, love the team, love that church family so much.
So let's talk about your new book, Start Where You Are. And let's give kind of a background of where this book comes from. What's the concept behind this?
Amazing. Well, you know what, John? For years I worked in prisons. I worked in hospitals. I worked all over the place, even in the military. And when I would share with guys and even women, everything from the Thunder cheerleader, in the NBA that just got a DUI that landed in jail, to even, the guy who was on the 11th floor in disciplinary segregation, looking at a life sentence. And I would ask them, this question, and I would say, hey, have you ever considered a relationship with Christ, like giving your life to him? And when I would share the gospel with them, they would say this one thing, like, I'll go to him when I get ready, or look at my life, it's a mess. And my hope and heart behind the book is, like, God will meet you there. He doesn't work around your mess, but he works in it. And he came for those who are sick, who need help, who are broken, who actually are in a mess. So you're the perfect candidate for God. Your resume isn't too bad for him. So that's my heart behind the concept. You're not too far to be reached. You're not too broken to be fixed. You're not too dirty to be cleansed. You are loved right where you are, but not to be left there, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. And I love that, because there are times where people, I guarantee you they think this, because I know I've thought this. That's good for you because you got all these good things going on, but you don't know me and you don't know where I've been. But what you're saying is, no, God knows right where you are, and that's where you need to start, is where you are, and then, get to where you want to be.
Exactly. And the change that we want to see in this world, even right now, you see how chaotic the times are and how dark and painful and even dreadful they can be. But what I've learned over, the span of a few years following Christ, a little bit, is that the change that we long to see in the world starts in our own hearts. And God's the only one can transform us inside out. So he's the starting place, too.
Start Where You Are is coming out right now. It's like, so this isn't something that's been out for years. It's literally coming out right now. But I'm already reading some really nice messages online about this. And this one is from a professional boxer that we've all heard of, Manny Pacquiao. His says, this message hits much harder than Floyd Mayweather. So that's a pretty hard-hitting message then.
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm out here in D.C., and, Daryl Strawberry's here, Greg Laurie, and a ton of, just faith leaders. And they actually brought up that joke last night, because they seen the endorsement. It's just so hilarious. That made me chuckle when he sent it back to me. It was just amazing. Yeah.
How in the world did you make that connection?
So I went out, me and my wife are called to the Philippines as missionaries. However, somehow, some way, over the span of the past 3 years, with us working closely with other believers in Mindanao, where Manny Pacquiao's from, somehow God connected us with Manny. And I just think it's amazing because I really have looked up to him. He's a strong man of faith who loves the Lord and loves people. And I was like, there's no other one with the story of being met where they are and also intact faith that I would want to endorse this book other than Manny Pacquiao at the moment. Although all of us are qualified if we're followers of Christ to write this book, I feel. But I just felt really compelled that he would be the guy, especially with our calling to his island. Where he lives. And I heard he was going to be a president one day. Did you hear about that out there?
I did not hear that.
Okay, yeah, he's a senator now, but most likely, Lord willing, we'll see. But he may become the president out there, which is really cool.
That is absolutely awesome. So for people who would like to get a copy of this book, where can we find it now?
Amazing. So you can literally find it anywhere you can buy books. Barnes & Noble, I would say Amazon. Those reviews go a long way. So Amazon will be a great spot to grab it. And, yeah, just anywhere you can buy books, online especially.
We will throw a link to it on the Facebook page as well to make it really easy to find. Rashawn, thank you for taking the time to chat with us today.
John, you're incredible, bro. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Again, Rashawn Copeland, and the book is called Start Where You Are. It's available right now, and I've got a link to it at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. Even after they're long gone, they leave memories in our minds, our hearts, and in our souls.
Yes, they do.
I tripped across this a little while ago, and I've just been kind of sitting on it. It is actually, if you've ever spent any time in a cemetery, and I know I certainly have, for instance, my dearest friend in the world who passed away about 13 years ago, Dan Christofferson,
right.
He's got a little inscription on the bottom of his tombstone that says, hey, I'll talk to you later, which is how he used to sign off his radio shows.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, a number of celebrities have had things put on their tombstones over the years, and that's what this is about. For instance, Doc Holliday, who, of course, became celebrity but lived in real life, and, yeah, there he was. On his tombstone, it simply says, he died in bed.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting. Why it says that, I don't know, but it's just a fact. Johnny Cash has inscribed, I walk the line.
That's a good thing for him to have.
Okay. Jackie Gleason used to always end his routine with, and away we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty fitting. I like that a lot.
That is on his marker. I like Dee Dee Ramones. Familiar with the Ramones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very successful kind of punk rock band.
Yeah.
Dee Dee Ramone's tombstone, it says, okay, I got to go now.
Oh.
Winston Churchill's is kind of neat.
Love Churchill.
It's a little longer. Winston Churchill, on his grave marker, he had inscribed, "I am ready to meet my maker. Whether my maker is prepared for the great ordeal of meeting me is another question."
Aww.
Leslie
awesome.
Nielsen.
I loved him too.
Naked Gun and Airplane fame. Just says, let her rip.
He's one of my all-time favorites.
Let's see. What else we get? Rodney Dangerfield's is pretty good. Rodney
fantastic.
Dangerfield says, there goes the neighborhood. And I think my personal favorite is Merv Griffin. Remember Merv?
Yeah.
He was a singer, had his own talk show for a number of years.
Game shows?
He actually is the creator of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah,
he was
smart
behind
dude.
those. Merv Griffin's tombstone reads, "I will not be right back after this message."
Oh,
that's cool.
So, I just thought I'd share those. And
I think
that
that's
was
really
very
neat.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very cool list.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
one last shot when you go to the pearly gates. Man.
Any particular thing that you guys would like on your tombstones?
I think mine's just going to say, "See, I told you I wasn't feeling great."
I told you it hurt.
I wasn't just whining there. Hope y'all feel better now.
I told you I was super cancerous.
I don't think I could come up with just one thing. I'd have to probably get about 10 tombstones, so I just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to have a tombstone, so
Yeah, I'm not either.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
that's going to make it more difficult.
No, I'm going to be just kind
Cremated.
of melted down and thrown on probably Paula Abdul.
While she's still alive?
Surprise her when she's having dinner or something.
Dan wants to say hi. Who's Dan? This guy. Ah!
Paula got a little something.
Wow. All right. Well, Dan, thanks for that.
Here's a wet wipe.
I probably shouldn't have asked. What am I going to learn? Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, September 1st, 2020. The equities markets tried to extend the August rally on Monday, but wasn't able to hold the gains. The S&P 500 set a new all-time high in early trading, but gave it up to close with a small loss. Even so, the broad market index closed out the month with the best August gains since 1984. The question for traders now is what will happen when Wall Street goes back to work in September? With equities trading at all-time highs and near record valuations, it's all but certain some profit-taking will take place. One possible catalyst is the August non-farm payroll report. The report is expected to show another sizable gain in employment and could be make-it-or-break-it news for the stock market. Until then, investors are urged to keep some cash ready. If and when the market decides to pull back, it'll be another great time to load up on cheap stocks. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.